morning. Today's workout, and I'll have to adjust a little bit. We're gonna do a quick one. We have lunges, some back, and shoulders for today. And we're gonna do the lunges against the wall, because they're gonna be single leg. So one arm goes behind, roll your shoulders back, abs in, and this is gonna include abs. So it's your leg that's on the wall that goes back and comes up. One. You want to stay as straight as possible. We're working out with Kayla today.
Hello.
She's also going to be tracking her journey, and we'll talk to her after this set. And I started talking, so I don't know where we are.
I think this is 10.
Okay, 2 more. I wrap my arm around to my back, so that way, that was
12.
it's not out of place. So you stand a little bit away from the wall, whatever you got to find your comfort spot. Shoulders get rolled back. Aha, those abs. Inhale on the way down. And then exhale, squeeze on the way up. We're adding a knee raise for abs. So we're actually hitting 2, obviously, muscles at once. Exhale on the up and inhale on the down. There was 12. So much harder on the single leg. We're also going to hit calves. Every time you do a workout, 2-3 times a week, you should always hit your calves. That way, your calves are, as from what I heard, like your second heart. It pushes all the blood back up too. So we're going to be over here simultaneously. We'll go out this way. I'll step out a little bit further so that we can see both. Let's see how this goes. So, Kayla's going to do a lateral to a front raise. And I am going to do a face pull and a mid lat pull. So we're working shoulders and back. Shoulders are backing down. You want to feel it. Actually, this one is your shoulder. It's working the rear shoulder piece so that the bell comes right up to your ear. Squeeze your shoulder blades, release completely. And as always, when you're on the pull part, in most exercises, is when you're going to exhale. So to hit your back on this one, we're going to step back. You can stagger your feet. You're going to inhale, pull your shoulder blades apart, and then exhale, pull them to chest. Your biceps are going to stay right into your rib cage. Since you have the rope, you do have the option to send your elbows all the way back. So pinch here, let go here, exhale, in, out. This one here, you do want your shoulders back and down because this should be hitting your back. You should not feel it in your shoulders. But given the fact that you have worked your shoulders, you're probably going to feel it there a little bit. Alrighty. I have found that lateral raise and front raise on a cable machine, I feel it a lot more than I do with a dumbbell. And I don't quite get that push in the back that you do when you start getting tired. Your hips should always be right under your rib cage. When your hand goes in, your palm faces down, your thumb goes on the inside. That's your hold for here. Roll it back. And when I say ah-ha abs, you feel your rib cage go ah, and then ha. You're not pulling your belly button into your spine. You're just making your abs tight so that it covers your spine and protects it as you do all these moves. Because you don't want a tweaked back. It's these exercises. I should have my counter in my hand as I talk. And there's 12. Sorry about the sun peeping through right there. So a lot of times if you pick just a few exercises, you can get more sets in, which gets more work in, which gets you more muscle. So we're gonna ask Kayla a couple questions. What is the purpose for your journey? What are you doing it for?
Well, I'm doing it for myself. I feel like I hit the heaviest I ever was when I was pregnant with my son. And I was very active and very slim before I had my son. So just feeling more confident in my skin and, just feeling confident with who I am and being able to gain a sense of independence as well by just being able to lift more and do more on my own.
Perfect. Have you tried working out before?
I have, but I've never really stuck through it. I did work out before I was pregnant. And then now since we've started working out together, it's definitely helped push me to motivate me to want to be here and to have the, someone there to push me to be better and do more weight. Yeah.
How are you doing food-wise?
Doing pretty good. I definitely need to get back on track with tracking my food again. I kind of fell off from that. But definitely just being more observant when I do buy, if I do buy prepackaged food, just being more observant with what's actually in there and healthier ingredients and better alternatives. So.
Okay. Make sure you're also looking for sugar alcohols,
okay,
starches, and added sugars.
Okay.
Typically, you kind of want to stay away from prepackaged food altogether, but diet, perfect habits are made when you do them slowly.
Okay.
So at some point when you feel like you could phase those out, like if you're doing vegetables, I buy frozen vegetables, like the bags of broccoli and whatnot. Yeah. But the other stuff, I stopped getting that a while ago because everything bothers me.
Yeah.
So slowly phasing that out. What about your junk food?
Doing a lot better with that. I am a big snacker, but I've put a big stop to that. So I'm definitely, after like 9 o'clock at night, I don't even touch my pantry, which has been a struggle for me, but I've definitely noticed a difference, even just with how I was feeling, because before I would snack so late at night, I'd wake up in the morning so bloated, I just felt, I just felt gross, because I just had so much weight sitting in me, so I definitely have noticed a difference with that in the morning.
I'm gonna try to, and we'll see if it works, like, berries are really good for you, whether they're strawberries, blackberries, or blueberries. Try some of those as snacks instead of whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't eat that much junk anymore, but I've snacked here and there, and that's, 30 pounds, menopause, quitting smoking, blah, blah, blah. I forgot some of the questions that were on there. That's why I need to have a book in front of my face. What is your goal, actually? Like, your main goal? Do you have a small goal and a bigger goal?
So I kind of have like, you know, as a broad goal, I just, like I said, I kind of just want to be more confident with my body. But like smaller goals that I have, you know, I just want to tone up a little bit more. My legs have always been my biggest insecurity. They've always been a little bit bigger and jiggly. So just toning that up again just kind of falls into just being confident with my overall self. I'm not necessarily looking to like hit a certain number on the scale or,
Perfect.
you know, just anything like that. But as the weeks go on, just building more weight and just seeing the difference. I know as you see the difference, it definitely starts to give you more motivation as well. So.
Yep. And by the way, we all know we don't tone at Diamond Strength Fitness. That was recently put in the dictionary because a marketing person decided that women will respond better to losing weight and gaining muscle if you use the word tone. But what tone actually is gaining some muscle and losing some weight. So that's where we are. We don't tone, we're gaining muscle and losing fat. I hate that word. Are you using any kind of aids to help you lose weight?
Like medicinal aids or?
Some people are going into the shot. Other people, supplements and whatnot. Do you take any kind of supplements at all?
No.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
I take a vitamin D, but that's it.
If you take a D, it should go with K2.
Okay.
And that's fine. I would. So start focusing on your protein.
Okay.
We need you
Yes,
to
I know we
track.
were talking about that a little bit too.
We're going to focus on that. So if you need, there is a protein powder. You want to get something that's kind of clean. You want to Google for like third-party testing.
Okay.
Because some of them have heavy metals in, as I have recently found, and heavy metals lead to liver intoxication.
Oh no.
Yay! The other thing you can take is creatine. You're really not at the age group to do where you're losing anything towards perimenopause or whatever. So you kind of really don't have to do that piece of it.
Okay.
Which is fine. You may find you can benefit from an iron supplement, and there's the whole section there. I totally forgot what it was like to have a period, so I'd have to refresh my memory. So there's a point of tracking your cycle. Some days you'll feel more tired than others.
Okay.
And you don't necessarily have to push those days. You can use them as your light days.
Okay.
And then pre-workout snack, like you said, you don't really eat breakfast or whatnot.
Yeah.
In those cases, I suggest like starting as a snack.
Okay.
Because then eventually your body's gonna want more, and then you'll end up eating blah blah blah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it happens. Okay.
Perfect.
That's our interview with Kayla. You can follow her journey. Obviously, you already found me on YouTube. And we will be interviewing the rest of the girls this evening, and we'll get to meet them. Have yourself an epic day, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.